Bit here for another unboxing video. I'm Janet, and today we are unboxing March's edition of Gamer Girl Monthly. And the theme of this box was Rome. So we're just going to go ahead and see what we have. So we'll start off with our item card, just to show us what the theme was. So every month you get a card that has the theme written on the top and an image to represent that theme and the Gamer Girl Monthly icon. So this month they went with Cactuar or Cactuar, I think is how you say it, from Final Fantasy. Once again, not a series I'm familiar with. So, and we have our items listed on the back, which we'll read over as a recap. So, every now and then you get a larger item with your jewelry / accessories, or you basically get a larger accessory. And this month we have, that's in Cactus character from Final Fantasy, and it's a tote bag. So, let's take a look at what we have. It's pretty substantial in size, especially for fitting in such a small box. I'm always impressed by the scale of some of these items because the packaging is so tiny. As far as it being a tote bag, I'm not a huge fan of the lime green, but I do like the size of this. I like the amount of pockets you have, and I like that the top for the main compartment has a zipper. So one reason I don't really use tote bags a whole lot in my personal life is because they don't have zippers. So for me, I really like to zip my bags up to avoid stuff falling out of it, pickpocketing, rain, and other stuff getting into my bag or messing with my books or whatever I have in there. So that's a big plus for me. And for that reason, I'll probably be using this tote bag a bit. However, I probably also will not use it so much just because I don't know Final Fantasy like that. I'm not a Final Fantasy person, and for me personally, I'm not really a big fan of rocking stuff from franchises that I don't really interact with a whole lot. That's just a personal choice that I kind of make. So for that reason, I maybe won't be using it quite as much as I would if I was into it. But I definitely would recommend this to anyone just in terms of the quality of it. Yeah, and I like the straps. They're a pretty good length, so you could put this over your shoulder pretty easily. It'll be a little snug, but you definitely have that option as well. And I like that this is also more square shaped than rectangle shaped, which is not something I usually see in tote bags. So yeah, so that is that item. Now we are moving on to our main set of jewelry. So that always comes in a little pouch, and the pouch always has a little symbol on it to kind of represent the theme a little bit. So once again, the theme's Rome. So they have a Triforce here, which I like how Rome takes on a lot of different meanings for this theme, it seems like. And we also always have a button that represents the theme as well. So for this month, we have a Mass Effect button. And now we are going to go to our main jewelry items. Okay, so first item up, really excited about this one. So I know you guys can already tell that I am a Nintendo fanboy or fangirl, whatever phrasing you want to use. But this first item up is a Nintendo Switch necklace. So we're going to take a look at how they went about this one. So I love this item because I just got a Nintendo Switch and I love my Nintendo Switch. But also I'm a big fan of just how it's done. So it's the Switch logo, which if you're not familiar or need a reminder, it is once again, of course, that white and that red. Those two halves representing the Joy-Cons. I'm sure you guys have seen the commercials where the Switch and they have the little snap that goes and everything just clicks in. You can take it on the go, all that stuff. Something I really like about this is the fact that it has these little rhinestones in place of where the little colored circles will be, but it's not the whole thing isn't bedazzled. So something for my personal jewelry taste, like I've mentioned before, is I'm not into stuff being really bedazzled or gaudy. So this really works for me because it's just a little bit embellished, but not over the top. So I love this one. Next up, we have a League of Legends necklace, and this is from, again, I played League, I played like once. This is from the character Leona. Okay. So Leona necklace, and it is that red sword. So for this one, it's kind of a middle-of-the-road item for me in terms of its look. Obviously, I can't comment on the fandom component of it, but in terms of its look, I like that it's at least like thin and not super large in size, but it's also a little in your face to me with what it is, so I'm not a huge fan of it. Like I said, it's a middle-of-the-road thing for me. It's not as like large and obnoxious as the Kingdom Hearts key was in the last unboxing I did, but it's also not super subtle either. So yeah, it's a middle of the road. I think it will definitely depend on how much you like League, how much you like this character, and also kind of what your aesthetic is, because I can see some people being really into this. Okay, next up we have a Mass Effect item. Once again, I guess the theme is also franchises that I haven't gotten around to, but it is that little, let me just open this up. It is that N7, the same as the button that we got. And this is a style of bracelet that this subscription box has actually done before. So it's basically like this large piece of silver that just kind of hangs on your wrist a little bit. And yeah, that's basically it. So my issue with this style is that it's really in your face. And it kind of reminds me of a medical bracelet a little bit, so I think it kind of works for what this specifically is, but usually I'm not really a fan of this. I think this pulls it off, but you Mass Effect fans out there will have to tell me whether or not that's true. That about does it for this unboxing. Let's do a quick recap on what items we had. So once again, we had our theme being Rome, and our items were the Final Fantasy Cactuar Tote, or Cactuar Tote, however you say that, the Nintendo Switch necklace, the Mass Effect bracelet, and the League of Legends Leona necklace. So those were all the items that we had in this box this month. And I would say of these, my least favorite was probably, well actually this is a really good group, honestly. Least favorite, I guess, would maybe be the Mass Effect bracelet, just because it does remind me of just a medical bracelet with the style that they went with for what they were doing. And then my most favorite item on here is definitely the Switch necklace, but it was really close with that tote bag. I think if I was a Final Fantasy fan, it would definitely be that tote bag. It's super cute, it's practical, and really that's all I'm looking for in any of the things I buy, that it's cute and practical. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the items in this video, and be sure to subscribe to our channel where you can stay tuned for other unboxings of Gamer Girl Monthly, as well as our weekly installment of Coffee Break, where me and Jess get a cup of coffee and discuss a topic in the video game industry.